work done without getting your mitts dirty. Operate covert to avert controversy or tear your sector down, snatching your people up. Singing a sad song when singing the Turks creep up. Hit squad for hire, specialists and ruthless. Odd jobs, pushing my on retainer with Rufus. You see in those dark suits, it's no use if told to the light they will show you. Reno, Red Dragon, Electro Mag. Pyramid scheme bringing down your avalanche. Your whole zone a victim of circumstance. When it's time, your clan won't stand a chance. In attack, you got rude. The nice with the hands do this toe-to-toe, box you up like fast food. Trust me, don't be faulty with the baldy, compulsively clad in dark specs to part necks. And then ya got Eleanor, bombshell, frag, hack, darling of detonators. The blonde nitro, pyro, light show, strictly biz, rookie dynamo. Loyal to financial backers, the cunning, fearsome, murderous god whackers. With the thought, don't even flirt. Weave what you will, but never tangle with the Turks.
Dicnadus oceduno, Drexio pavin micedlerila, Trui cerrais hud fenus, Draic fun met aefu ic reduta, Daik fainat oran lupin, Ica ducedit ibicie, Ced Draiceres ut venus, Drec fumet efui reduta, Frat crecreat oran lupin, Ica ducedit der Ruinzu in Aoid Haikat Jatikin Idra Denai Mektun in Audubenja Anna und der Ruinzu in
Okay, everybody, this is GeoWill from my friend Productions², and after some stupid technical difficulties, we are back to do some recording tonight. I've been watching the bit right here. It was trash earlier. I'm not sure exactly why. But I'm watching it now for the last 10 minutes. I've had the stream going, and it's really just kind of crappy. I mean, they don't have a very good internet connection down here. Okay, let me rephrase. They have an okay connection. It's crap for streaming though. So, if there's any kind of buffering or dropped frames or something, that's why. It isn't so bad now. Earlier, I was getting like literally 75% of all frames were getting dropped. It was total trash. I just rebooted their modem and it started working again once I did that. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on Emilar a bit. I don't think I've done it before on stream, but we're going to be creating some new characters and building some sprite sheets with those characters. So we have them all in one place so we can easily access them. And then also be doing that for some of the ones I've already made. And also be working on the, I'm going to kind of revamp how the training grounds looks and how you actually get there. I'm going to be expanding out the area around Claria, expanding out Gallig province, at least a little bit. We're going to add a whole new area, and then that may go to other new areas as well as to the training grounds. And then once we do all that, with that, we'll head over to Monster Hunter World, and we'll take my first steps at getting eaten by monsters in that game, I guess. I haven't played it yet, so. First things first, I need to open up, well, I already have it open, good. So what I need to do is I need to go to the game folder, and I need to try and figure out where I have Schlungen, I forget his name now, it's a long time, I think this is it. What's his name? Yeah, Schlungen. character creator. So there, RPG Maker MV has its own character creator built into the thing, but it's pretty limited, really. Well, let me rephrase. It isn't limited. It's okay, but it's not okay. It's okay for some things, but not for most things. This, on the other hand, is good for lots of things. And for some reason, right now, nothing is loading. Oh, there we go. It was the body the body icons are missing. So, I have tons and tons and tons and tons of resources in this thing. Just to kind of show you what I have. So go to the face, for example. We got Katakawa. Some stuff in here from Ice Kun. Actually, a better way to do it would just be to go to resources. No. Now I gotta try and remember where I have all this stuff at. Holy crap. Okay, that's not what we want either. Well, actually, that might be what we want. Just need to change the view to something else. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to just go to maybe details. Okay, definitely not that one. Resources, where are you? Should be like an entire folder full of stuff. It's not that. It's not in there either. It's definitely not in there. So where did I put this stuff? Aha, here we go. So I went through and I had like dozens and dozens of RARs that I downloaded from various websites that had resources and whatnot in them. And I just basically went and compiled everything into a RPG Maker like structure on the folders, and basically broke everything out. So like for example, if I go to, let's say, face here. Well, not face. Damn it. Where are you? This isn't it either. Actually, well, no, it's not it either, is it? That isn't it. Which folder are you? Is it this folder? Ah, yeah, there it is, this one. So I went through and basically broke everything out into like literally, except there's no faces in this. That's interesting. So I basically went through, broke everything out into whoever made it into their own folder, and then put it into put everything into the structure that it should be like for RPG Maker, which it took a while, but it's worth it because it makes everything a lot more clean as far as the folder structures and files go. So you don't have everything like jammed together one place. You don't have to go in and like rename stuff really. Well, you still have to rename it, but you don't have to add like the creator names into the files so you know who made them or not. They're just all in their own creators folders, and then you have them numbered however you want to make that work. Like for example here, so this is 800 to 805, the next one's 806 to whatever, and the next one is all of the rest of them. So, and they're all in the same structure where you have all the folders and all the files in each folder. It's just a better way to do it, in my opinion. And then you can just import this entire folder structure into each section. So this can just get imported into for the male, female parts, and this one gets imported for the male parts. I found it's just way easier to do that than like using an the LMPGames² file or whatever it is that you can use for Schlongen's generator. Anyway, so let's go and create some characters. So we'll start with. So I do this one of two ways. I either I have like an idea of what I want to do, and then I just do it, or I kind of screw around and do some randomization. So like I might do like a random character. The problem with the random characters is you get a lot of this kind of crap when you have lots of different parts. It'll pull in all kinds of stuff like this. At the same time, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of good. But yeah, it's just you got to keep I just keep going until I get something that looks somewhat interesting. Usually I always get this like weird crap with like all the like basically pulls in one of every part. So you get I get a lot of like these weird ears and things and bug parts all over the place. This one looks like I pulled in two different hairstyles. Jeez. So, I mean, it's useful somewhat. The more useful thing to do is... Well, so here's the one thing that you can do in the other one that I don't think you can do here is you can actually create in the one that comes with RPG Maker MV. You can come in here and you can literally tell it to make a random number of characters. So, like, for example... you go into randomize, you can do that, or what you can do is, how did I do that? There was a way to do it. Maybe it was a different character creator. I mean, this thing has the same problem as that one does. It pulls in all of the parts, so you get weird looking stuff a lot of the time. This one looks a bit better because there's less stuff in it. I don't have as much stuff in this one. Though you can see it kind of pulls in the female hairstyles as well as the male ones at times. But I thought I could have sworn there was a way that you could go in here and export like multiple ones. It must have been a different character creator I had downloaded, not this one. Additional tools. Anyway, so what I'll go ahead and do is let's go ahead and start from a new character. Actually, let me go and open one. I don't think I've shown this one yet. Yay, now I gotta go find the folder. So, for example, Herschel. He's the character we'll be running into. So I have no problems showing you him right now. So, he's loosely based on the Herschel from Legend of Dragoon, kind of, as far as the design goes. And I say it loosely, just mainly in like the eye and hair color. Everything else around is not going to be the same as that. Just kind of for a generalized look. That's what I was aiming for. As far as the general characteristics of the character. So that's him. I need to find a lot more. I need to get more armor parts. Those are kind of hard to come by. I haven't found too many of them. So what we're doing now is we're going to create a couple new characters. These are going to be characters that could be or will be part of the party. This game is going to be kind of like Chrono Cross insofar as there's going to be quite a few characters you can bring into the party, and some of them can be missed. Others, you will be able to recruit or not recruit based on your actions, the actions you choose. Sometimes because you just miss them, like you can with Dorothy, or sometimes because you literally your choices literally end up making it so you can't recruit them, like in the case of one of these characters where a decision you make will cause either one of them to die during one of the scenes in the early part of the game. I might get to that part as far as programming it tonight. We'll have to see. So let's go to new character. Let me see, where's my... There we go. Just kind of going in here and like I was trying to go in here like write dialogue, but it just doesn't work very well. At least not from not from what I have in here. All right, so we're going to start with what's his name? So Hinesley, what's his first name? Where the hell is it? So that's before that. I heard Jack Hinsley. There was a Jack character over here. What is this? Is this? I just gotta load it in this way. Is that this guy? Okay, it's definitely this guy. We'll use him for some other. This guy for some other character. Now that I've defined this character's gonna have reddish hair, gotta make a different one. All right, so body, male, face. Okay, front hair. I'm gonna do rear hair. Yeah, I guess that could work. It doesn't quite match though. Some of these are female hairstyles too. I'm not sure why they're in there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, you could, but I mean, at the same time, just it looks really, really weird. What I'm doing is I'm right-clicking on these. When you right-click on them, it replaces whatever you have selected for that category, or that part category, with the one that you're right-clicking on. Otherwise, you can add stuff. Like this one, you can add it into it, and it just looks weird when you do that, because you're combining two categories of parts together. Two parts from the same category together, which makes it really weird. Every time I do a stream, Groupie and friggin' Fences always come in and they're like, hey, you need to update us. Stuff just doesn't go well with this front hairstyle for some reason. That actually looks the best out of all of them, to be honest. That one could be a close second. No, not really, because you can see kind of how it like comes down and doesn't match up with this little bit here. What we could do though is we go back to the front and choose a different front hair. Yeah, that works pretty well actually. I like that. Alright, we'll use that. So now I'm going to go to new beard, eyes, ears. Put the ears in. Eyes. Eyes are always the hard thing. You only got so many of them.